Hey everyone, your designers are here. I'm Anita at Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home.
We've got tips and tricks and decorating advice for you today. So let's get started.
It's episode 101, and we've got fast and fabulous 10-minute decorating ideas for you. So we're going to talk really fast. So listen up.
I love 10-minute decorating.
So do I.
Yeah, I do a lot of 10-minute decorating. Shoosh, 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 move stuff around.
I have a friend who cleans in between, like during the commercials, in between the shows she likes. So maybe we could do this, like, okay, you can do this one thing by the time you're done commercials.
So TV commercial decorating?
Yeah. Yes, that's what it's called.
Okay, so 10-minute decorating. Anita, you want to kick us off?
Woohoo!
Oh, sure. Well, my favorite thing to do if I just have 10 minutes and when you think you have 10 minutes, that doesn't include time to go to the store.
Right.
So,
it's just putting it together.
Right. It's something you have on hand. So if I've got 10 minutes and I really want to spruce up a space, what do? I go outside and find something organic in my yard. So that would be branches. Maybe it's bare branches for fall or pine cones for winter or some flowers for the spring. Maybe it's a blooming branch from a bush. I mean, there's so many things that you can bring in your house and put them in a vase or put them in a bowl, and they add such a beautiful feeling, and it brings that outside inside. And then it's, as we've said, it's a nod to the season as well.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Yeah, I do that as well. And you can also find things on the ground. It might take you a little while to collect them. So I don't know if we can count that time. But once you've got a little bag of acorns or something, like I like to get.
I just grabbed some.
A Ziploc bag, one of the gallon size, and I just keep my acorns in there. And then you can put them in a pretty silver bowl or any kind of bowl that you like. And it's just a lovely little thing. And it takes you, once you've collected them, it takes you less than 10 seconds probably to pour them in the bowl.
Yeah.
You really should look up, Google how to keep the bugs out of the acorns. Because I know
you have this buggy acorn thing.
I know,
buggy acorn.
Actually, and worms live in them too. So if you just I think it's maybe 200 degrees for so long, and it kills what's ever in there, so you don't have an issue.
Okay. Well, safety first.
Yes, and no bugs first.
Toast your acorns. Exactly.
Yeah. Instead of chestnuts roasting on an open fire, you'll have acorns in your electric oven. I have one. You can buy a bolt or a lot of yardage. It usually comes in one size of burlap that is anywhere from 10 inches. You can go all the way up to 60 inches. But if you get something between the 10 and the 18 inch, you can make table runners.
Oh, yeah.
So
great
easy.
Idea.
And
for whatever size table, yeah.
Yes, or placemats or whatever you want. I do one for my island. I just always keep a bolt on hand, and I don't wash them or anything. They last a long time. And when they're done, like shabby or stained or something, you just cut off another section.
So you don't sew it at all. You just cut it.
No.
So Yvonne, you know what's beautiful too is to use that fabric if it's not too wide and put the bows, wrap it around your chairs and put the bow on the back.
Oh, that's such a good idea. But here's what I do. I do maybe take the time once in a while to make a fringe edge. That's all you do.
But so that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because it unravels very quickly.
So
Great
that's my
idea.
number one, 10-minute decorating. Really will change how things look.
Okay. Good one. How about quickly spray painting something small, a vase or something you might have picked up at the thrift store that's a little, maybe not your colors or a little kitsch or just something. And you thought, well, maybe if that was all white or if that was all shiny black or something, it would really be fabulous. So take it outside, put a piece of cardboard under it or something to protect your ground and give it a spray.
Well, and I have done that I got a gorgeous big white bowl, but it had some weird stuff on it. It really was not, in fact, it was in the antique store and it just wasn't even selling because it looked kind of weird. I went ahead and bought it when it got marked down and then spray painted it white and it looks great.
And you use that for decorative purposes. You don't eat with it or anything, but you're
exactly.
Right,
well,
Anita.
I just did it on the outside, but yes, it was a basin for washing your hands for the old timey thing. So
Right.
it wasn't for food anyway. But that's
think
a
of
good
this,
point.
You could do ginger jars, lamps, all kinds of things
Mhm.
that if you like the bone structure of it, but you don't
Exactly.
like the detail of it. Absolutely. Get that can
Baskets
of
as
spray
well.
paint. Yes.
Mhm.
Baskets sometimes just have that like not so great color.
Yeah, sometimes they're a little too orangey.
A little too
Yes,
orangey,
yes.
And so just spray them.
Okay, well, that was one of mine too. Spray paint something and embellish it. Here's another one. If you go to vintage shops, I love to collect old cups and saucers. And not even, I don't care about the saucers that much, but most old like teacups are literally a cup measure.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
that's so clever. I didn't know that.
And then I like to plant like something in it, like a succulent or a little herb or something like that. And it's such a cheap way to have a cool container and just look really pretty too.
I'm going to add on to your idea, Yvonne.
Okay.
And I got one of these from you, is to use that cup as a scoop in your dried laundry soap, or I actually have it in our bathtub with the Epsom salts. I use a teacup. But
I have
also you can use
now
it.
I have OxyClean with a teacup in it.
Well, there, now keep your cup clean.
In a
and
big
then you
jar.
I have it. Sometimes I use them with lavender in them in rooms, so it has a nice. And you can just
pretty.
kind of grab the lavender and rub it together to get a fresh scent.
Pretty, yes,
Oh,
yes, that's
so
a great
pretty. It's just
idea.
even if you never even opened it and just saw that, it was very pretty. Okay, here's a very practical one. Clear the clutter. Go into your
I had that one.
practical.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
I mean, everybody knows that, but you just need to be reminded. I mean, sometimes even if you just stick it in the drawer for a little while, even if you didn't have time to go through everything and sort, but take your pile. If you have, give yourself 10 minutes, truly 10 minutes. You can even set a timer, right?
I have a little confession. As I'm sitting here and you're saying that, I'm looking at my office desk and I know there's a squatter living in here somewhere. I just know because it is awful. And these are the hot spots, that I should keep really up with, but things can pile up. So 10 minutes on my desk, I should just take my arm, sweep it across my desk into a great big box.
Oh my goodness.
And go through it later. But you are so right.
I'm really, I guess, famous in my house anyway I love a piece of scrap paper. Like I ran the school fair in 2007 and we actually had made too many copies of whatever we had to give out, like way too many copies. Like we went to Kinko's and they had like twice as many as we needed.
Was that exciting for you?
Well, at that time I didn't realize that it was going to be so useful. So I've had these boxes and I thought, that's a shame. I can't throw anything out, right? So I was like, that's a shame. So I've been cutting them up. Now, how many years? That's 10 years of scrap paper. And I cut the piece of paper in half. So I have all these little notes. Like, honestly, episode 98 is on notes on these half sheets of paper. My grocery list is on the notes.
That's 12 years ago.
So I'll have, it's
my in-laws,
it's fresh notes. It's just old
I know,
paper.
but I think that's hysterical.
He was a pastor, so he had all these folded. They were the programs from church and would be just printed on one side.
No.
Anytime I got something from his side, from his house printed, it was that on the other side.
Oh, that's so funny.
gosh.
But see how useful that is. But I just finished my last little bit of that stack of paper.
Oh, you finally worked through
That's what I'll have on my pile, and I'll have all little notes. So it will take 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes a few minutes longer, but I'll go through the pile and say, okay, I don't need that anymore. That was a to-do list from 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. So that's what everybody should do. Go into your hotspot, as Yvonne says it, whether it's hopefully it's not your nightstand. Maybe it's your desk area or a section of your kitchen, and go through it, get rid of it. And here's what you do. Then you treat yourself. Get a cute little picture of your kids or your grandkids or your puppy or whatever. And maybe a little twig of something or a little flower from outside in your garden. Put it in a little tiny bud vase and make it pretty. And that will maybe help you stop being a magnet for the clutter.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
One can hope.
Well, and I wanted to add a corollary to the declutter your home, a 10-minute version of it. But how about this? It's not really clutter, but what about that stuff in your house that you bought it a long time ago? And you thought, well, you bought it because it was on sale, and now you're looking at it, and every time you go in the room, do you have those pieces? They taunt you.
They do taunt you.
Where they just kind of irritate you.
I was $14.99 and you only kind of liked me.
And you're thinking, why did I buy that thing? It's staring at me. It's following me around the room. I don't like it. Here's the thing. Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Give it away. Throw it away. Move it, but don't put it in the closet. Just move it all the way out of the house because you know what? If you don't like it now, you're not going to like it later.
Right. And
so
the mental
just move it on out. And then here's the thing. The empty space is going to look better than that thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And the mental peace of mind you have is worth the $14.99 it costs. So just get rid of it.
Exactly.
Oh, I know.
Exactly.
I mean, we all have those, the walk of shame in your house of the stuff that you really should never have bought in the first place.
Well, I have another one. I love clear glass cylinders. And, you can get them, oh gosh, even at the dollar store. I must say Pottery Barn has them. And I get them at the outlets when they're outlet price, but on sale. The quality of them are gorgeous though. And I have several in different sizes. You can do so many things if you have a tall glass cylinder. And here's one thing you can do is you can take a tall glass cylinder and put filler in the bottom of it. And then you want to then put some large branches or something tall on top. And the filler, like it could be acorns or Christmas ornaments or shells or tiny Easter eggs or whatever you want seasonally. And then whatever your branches are also seasonal.
Oh, I like that.
Great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And that's some drama.
And here's another thing you can do with those tall glass cylinders. You can take, and at the bottom, and I did this for Thanksgiving and it looked beautiful, but you could use anything small. Like I used popcorn, and then also you can use like split peas because they're green for like spring and summer.
Yeah.
And fill it about, fill maybe 3 inches on the bottom.
Or
and
white beans or black beans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then put,
dried
a candle. Yes. A candle, sink a candle down in that.
Oh, I like that.
And then just put several of them on a table. So simple, but it's really effective. And I actually even did it where I just had a large glass cylinder and a small candle that fit into it. And I filled it up with walnuts and then put the little candle on the top of that. If you haven't listened to our pumpkin episode, you really should, because Kelly has the funniest story about finding pumpkins in her local area. But you have to listen all the way to the very end. She had quite an experience.
Find a pumpkin.
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny. I was totally mortified. But there was, a year had passed and the doors swooshed open and there they were. And I bought them. They were not the best deal in town. They were, I think, maybe 3 for $6 or something like that. But
that's exorbitant. I know what we will do for the perfect pumpkin. Around here, I was just at my little Amish greenhouse and they were 75 cents a piece. And I was going like, what? You've raised the price. I mean, granted, they were a little on the big side, but
these are the minuscule ones. So anyway, my 10-minute tip on those is I did buy 6, but because it were a certain number for $3, but I only used 5 along my mantle because we like to use an odd number.
I think that looks great. I love that look of the little.
Yeah, you're grocery shopping
mantle.
Anyway, so I don't know if that counts in your 10 minutes, but then you come home and I like to take the sticker off and give them a little wash. And then I put them on the mantle. And, this is a little like maybe an anal thing that I do too, but I do wash my pumpkins. And if you feel like the bottom got a little wet, either from the sponge or the paper towel, if you run them under the water, I take a little bit of paper towel and I fold it up into a tiny little square and I put it under the pumpkin.
Let me tell you, felt tabs underneath the pumpkin.
Wait a minute. That's a really good idea. Like those under the chair things. Because here, let me tell you, one time I had a pumpkin display and they were bigger pumpkins. So maybe it's the heft and weight of a bigger pumpkin, but it left a mark on my white mantle.
Oh.
The pumpkin ring.
A pumpkin ring. I hate
and
a pumpkin
I think it's
ring.
because I washed it, so it was a little wet.
Well, if
so
you had used them farm fresh like I do, you wouldn't have had a problem.
Well, I don't know that she can get as farm fresh as we can.
Yeah.
But I don't wash them is my point.
That's farm fresh.
They're farm fresh. That's what I'm trying to say.
You should wash your pumpkins, and there's a way that they will actually last longer. Now you have to air dry
All right,
them.
no pumpkin shaming.
You have to air dry them. That takes more than 10 minutes. So
okay.
Don't you just love a great recommendation from a friend? Well, we're delighted to be recommending these companies and their wonderful products to you today. And let them know your friends at DTT sent you. Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. We're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. Go ahead, clean out your closet, then head straight to Quince. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor, and I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants.
How about using your dishes that you have in your china cabinet? They're in a closet. Maybe you have them in your cabinets, but somewhere you probably have some dishes that are beautiful that are not currently being displayed. So there's so many different ways
not
to display
currently
them.
on display dishes.
So I'm just saying, you've got some, you've got some in your cabinets that are super cute. You've been looking for a way to use them. Hang them on the wall. Yvonne and I both have great ways to do that, which are inexpensive and easy to do.
So what? I don't have a great way to do that? I think
And
I have a great way to do that, too.
Kelly,
I did not see any on your blog, Kelly.
I have a great way to do that.
Okay, well, look at Kelly's then. So you can put them on your wall.
I'll put mine in the show notes.
Put them on the on your bookcase. Put them, on your.
Yeah, I like that.
Fireplace mantle. I mean, you can stack them anywhere. In fact, if they're small enough, stack them up and put them under a cloche.
Okay,
Stack 'em up and put a pumpkin on them.
That's right. And put a pumpkin on. Put a baby boo on them.
Yeah, there you go. I have another one, and I have actually a few. One is make a banner. You can get those pre-made.
Okay, I'm going to time you when you make a banner. 10 minutes.
Well, you can you can get the pre-made burlap triangles, and then get the stick-on lettering, and then you just put them on, hot glue them to a piece of twine. Done.
Bam.
That's right.
9 minutes, 58 seconds.
Yeah, we're timing that.
Hey,
baby.
I'm going to throw another one in while I'm talking. You could make a photopiary. You just need a container. And I did this. I made a little tiny mini one. Oh, it was so cute. I used a blue and white creamer. And then I just put dry
I
floral
think I
foam.
saw that.
Yes. This was several years ago. Dried floral foam in the bottom of your container. And I put hot glue in the bottom so it stays. But there's also something else that you can, like a tacky glue you can put in. And then all you have to do is get faux greens on a long stem and take all the stems off, all the greens off the bottom of the stem, wrap them together with a piece of, with a stick, and stick them into the dry florist foam, and then put like Spanish moss, or I like just regular moss on top of that.
Oh yeah, but
so
even
cute.
Easy,
I've seen those. They're adorable.
Yeah.
But to add on to what you're saying, simply moss balls of any size that you can use anywhere. Put them on top
There's
of a
book title.
candlestick.
Simply moss balls.
The Simply Moss balls, darling. You put them in a wood bowl, on the top of a candlestick, in a tote box. I mean, you can use them in your teacup.
Yeah.
I mean, however you want to use them.
Okay. Well, it's only going to take you 10 minutes or less to pop on to smithandnoble.com, pick out some swatches for some fabulous window treatments, and order up your free swatches, or give them a call and get somebody over there to take a measurement for you. And this will allow you to really up your decor game. Smith & Noble is a sponsor of Decorating Tips and Tricks, and it's a company that we really love. I personally have used them for years and years and years, more years than I probably would want to mention to all of you. But I did start out with them in my first house with some Roman shades that I measured myself and installed myself. But I have now used their installation services as well, which are awesome. So if you don't know Smith & Noble, head over to smithandnoble.com. They have a huge selection of window treatments, and they will have such an impact on your home and each one of your rooms, adding dimension and texture and bring your eye up, and not to mention style and privacy and shade from the sun and all of these great things. They offer custom blinds, shades, drapes, shutters, top treatments, rods, finials, everything that you can think of to do with window treatments. And for Decorating Tips and Tricks listeners, they are offering $300 off every $1,000 you spend. Now,
that's a really good deal.
Yeah, for $1,000
off.
goes a long way at Smith & Noble, first and foremost. And secondly, window treatments, particularly custom window treatments, are an investment.
That's
you're not going to be
right.
switching them out every year. You're going to have them for years and years and years. So they'll probably cost you, 10 cents a day over the course of time. And with Smith & Noble, it'll be 7 cents a day because you're going to get $300 off. So you're really only spending $700 if you're spending $1,000. So go to smithandnoble.com/DTT for that offer. You can also take advantage of their free design consults, free measuring, guaranteed perfect fit, and installation services.
Thank
highly
you. Wow.
suggest it. Yes.
Hey, let's just get back to our 10-minute ideas. This is a really fun one, and I haven't done it, but I'm going to do it in the winter time. And it's to make a winter wreath. And you just get one of those rounded edged styrofoam wreaths. I've seen some people do a noodle, but by the time I'd cut it and wrap it in duct tape, that would be my 10 minutes right there.
Yeah,
and then
true.
you just find a scarf. You could do a tartan scarf. I wouldn't use cashmere, or even like a big bulky scarf. And you start at the
How
bottom
about that
in the middle.
wool sweater that somebody in your family put in the dryer that no longer
you could
fits?
cut that apart. Well,
That one.
actually, you can go online and see one I did like that. But you just wrap your scarf around it, and it comes together at the top. You just loop it around the whole thing, and then you tie a knot in it so all the fringe sort of falls down.
Oh, darling.
From the top of your wreath. Isn't that a cute idea?
Very
so
cute.
cute. I'm
Yes.
feeling like I want a hot cocoa just thinking about it.
I know.
Hey, and flowers, obviously flowers are passion of mine, passion of all of ours. But sometimes you just don't have the time to create a whole floral arrangement, even though, it doesn't really take that much time. It takes a little bit more than 10 minutes. But if you have 3 smaller containers of varying heights, it's really easy to slip in some buds or even some little boxwood cuttings or just cuttings from anything that you have in your yard and maybe 1 or 2 little blooms. And you've clustered them together. Maybe you do it on a tray or you do it on a runner or just in a little corner. But the what one little vase can't really do on its own, the cluster of 3 can do. It really creates an
love
impact.
the power of 3.
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about us?
Oh, stop it.
Of course. Okay. Here's another one. Buy some fabric and you can make an envelope pillow cover in about 10 minutes. And
yes,
that's true. Those are super fast.
And I use hot glue. And I hot glue my sides, hot glue the part that envelopes over and stick my pillow in. Done. Done.
Just don't lean back yet, Bobby. It's still hot.
I was going to say, you can do it on the
easy.
machine for about the same amount of time, by the way.
And you
without burning your fingers.
You can also tie it onto your pillow form. But I've really become a really big fan of hot gluing my envelope pillow covers together.
Okay, how about this? How about changing out some picture frames? You might have pictures of your family or things like that. Maybe you just need an update. I mean, I know I have pictures of my girls from a long time ago. I could probably use an update there. But maybe you have frames that you bought because, again, they were, $5.99 at TJ Maxx or something like that, and you never even put anything in them. I just had my bathroom wallpapered, and I had different samples of other wallpapers that I didn't choose. And they were so pretty, but they were kind of the runners up. But you know what I did? I had a bigger frame and I just cut out a particularly nice section with the pattern in it of the wallpaper, and I slipped it in this frame. And it looks so great.
My word.
And I added that in with a vignette. In fact, I think Anita's book is stacked in the vignette, and I have a few of the little things in there. And it looks so great.
I am definitely doing that. And if you were at all artsy, you could write a little saying and something on so that shows up if you want.
Yes, you could even get those stick-on letters you're talking about.
A monogram.
Something.
Or just a monogram.
Yep.
We all love monograms.
Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add Dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health. Potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months.
Oh, okay. I have another one that I did do on my blog. I had a picture, a fairly large one. It was, a metal one. I say sort of a medium-sized one. And I don't remember why I didn't like it. It was not my color or something like that. So I was going to spray paint it. So what I did was I got a W. I may even made the W out of tape, and I just stuck the W on there, and then I spray painted it. And so the W showed up, and then I painted in the W with a different color with black.
Oh, so now, clever.
Yeah, that was really easy.
You could do that with a platter, a plate, anything. Wow. I have a few more.
Okay.
If you find, you just need a long, skinny, like a dough bowl or a large platter. What you're going to do is you're going to get apples. I use green apples, and I cored my apples out at the top so they were big enough to put a tea light in.
Oh.
And then I arranged them down the plate. I think I have 5 of them. And then I used lemon leaves. I just got them at my florist's. And it took no time at all. Once you start, you get the hang of it. So easy. And it was the prettiest centerpiece.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Wonderful.
And easy peasy. And I'll put that in the show notes as well.
Yeah. And adding on to what you're saying, I think grabbing several lemons at the grocery store or apples or green
Pears.
apples or pears.
Pears are
and
beautiful.
putting them in a bowl, especially an elevated bowl. So it's a pedestal bowl.
Yes.
Is such a beautiful way to decorate your home. And then you're hungry, you walk by. I mean, I love the decor that also doubles as food.
Oh, yeah. I have to
snack.
say, yeah.
It's called snack and decor.
That's right.
Snack and decor. 10 minutes
That's
snack
right.
and decor. Well, I did buy a ton of lemons because of the Paleo Secret, and they say to have lemon water every morning. And I always have a big glass of water when I wake up. So now I'm putting lemon in it. And a nice offshoot of that is I have this giant bowl of lemons now, and they smell good and they look great. And I bought enough of them where, if I take one off, it doesn't ruin my decor.
Nice. And if you have lemon, lemon peels, the shell of it left, throw a bunch of them all in a pot together and simmer that water. Your house will smell great.
Oh,
We are on fire today.
I know, but I have another one.
Oh my gosh.
I've got a list, girls, and I'm thinking, well, that could be a post and that could be a post.
Right.
And if you have, let's say you have a can of, like whole tomatoes that you buy, like a tin can, and you empty it all out. You take the wrapping off of it and you wash it, so you're left with just the can.
Yeah.
You can take any size twine you like and hot glue it all the way from the base to the top. It goes so fast. I've done this, and I have a post on it, and I'll share that as well. And I use it for flowers.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah, and it's so simple.
And again, I'm riffing off your idea to buy different balls of string, twine and string, different shapes, different sizes, and put them all in a big ironstone bowl or wood bowl, and it just looks so pretty.
Gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
We may have to have 10-minute decorating ideas part 2 because
I
can
like
think of
that.
so many things. Here's a really easy tip. If you have a Cricut, the cutting machine, you can do so much with that. I
want one so badly.
Oh my gosh. I was given one.
Cricut.
Yes.
Come talk to us.
Wow.
I'll put that. I'll also put where you can get it in the show notes. I love mine. And here's the cool thing. I have 3 platters hanging on one side of my big tall curio in my family room and 3 on the other. And I thought they looked a little boring. Well, I cut a monogram out with it. And it was black, and it was the kind that it sticks. The back of it sticks to something. And I put a monogram in black on this platter. It looks so awesome.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, so many great tips today. Wow. Yeah. Well, it's 10-minute decorating tips.
Well, listen, everybody, we'll really think about doing another one because the list goes on. And these little ideas are so wonderful and they spur your creativity. They can change the look of a room, but we've run out of time today. But we want you to remember that we are here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
Hey there. If you're loving our podcast like we're loving our podcast, we would love you to rate and review us. Head to iTunes to do that. It's easy and it would mean so much to us.